let's start with the Giants' decision to start Jaxson Dart over Russ. What have you been seeing on film that leads you to believe why this happened? And do you agree with the move, Kurt?
Yeah. Well, I think why this happened is it's a big picture thing to me more than it's a Russell Wilson thing. And again, I've got my thoughts on Russell Wilson. I don't necessarily think he's a great pocket passer. I think his best years in terms of creating are behind him. So, I think we all understand that. But if you just break down the tape, and I actually put out a piece this morning just about, in the red zone. So, this team has been in the tight red zone, so 10-yard line or in 7 times this year, which ranks 8th in the National Football League. They've scored 1 touchdown in those drives inside the 10-yard line. And, I broke down basically every throw. Russell Wilson is, I think, 2 for 16 on throws inside the red zone. And so automatically that would make you say, oh, well, that's the problem. They're getting there. They're just not scoring. It's all about the quarterback. But there are very limited opportunities for Russell Wilson or this offense to score. There's not easy opportunities. There's not guys open all over the place. And that to me, and it goes even beyond this year. If you look back over last year, the struggles with this Giants team, Brian Daboll, the offense, has been putting points on the board, finishing drives. And so as much as it's, you can say it's about the quarterback, or maybe Jaxson Dart gives you, a little more versatility or something in your offense that you're going to do different. This is about creating better opportunities in the red zone. So when you get down there, you score. And when you score, you have opportunities to win some of these games that they haven't won the last couple of years because they can't put points on the board. And so, so this is interesting to me. I've seen this a million times. I saw this happen in Arizona. I was actually benched in a situation like this where, sometimes you start to feel that the coach is starting to feel that the seat is getting a little bit hotter, and that, you have to make some kind of move and change to try to spark something inside the locker room, because what's going on the football field just hasn't been good enough. And I just hope that's not the case here, that you're, throwing Jaxson Dart out there with a tough schedule and with all the issues you have offensively, and he's not quite ready, and even if he's ready, and you're not ready as a team to allow him to have success early, and you're just making the move because you have to do something. I don't like when moves are made that way. They don't normally work out really well when moves are made that way. But maybe there is just something that we, don't get to see, that they're seeing in practice, that says, hey, we get an upgrade, or we get the ability to open up our offense in a different way with Jaxson Dart that we didn't have with Russell Wilson. And that's what I'll be paying attention to as they move forward, is there something that looks different that he brings to the table that, that we didn't get a chance to see, from the practice tape.
Yeah, it could be something in the locker room as well, that he's taking a pulse check of his locker room. We just don't know, fair or not. But you and I both saw the Chargers defense. That's no joke, man. That's why I was kind of surprised. Like maybe one more week, then you get New Orleans before 2 out of 3 weeks against Philadelphia wrapped around a visit to Denver. That is a tall order. The Chargers are marauding right now. I mean, you could make the case they're one of the best. They are the best team in the NFL right now.
Yeah, I mean, and then you're talking basically 4 out of 5 if you're looking at that. Chargers defense, Philly's defense is really good. We all know Denver's defense is good. There. Yeah, and the Niners defense is playing great. So 4 out of 5 there. But again, we can look at it from all those different perspectives. Like you said, maybe this is simply just, we're not good enough. We need a spark, and fortunately or unfortunately, that's the position that you see changed more than any others. You don't pull out your left guard. You don't pull out a linebacker and spark your team, so to speak. It starts and ends oftentimes with that position, fair or unfair, to Russell Wilson or Jaxson Dart. That's the most natural position to go, okay, we want to make a change and we want to try to, change things up, or like you said, something different in the locker room or the fan base or whatever that is. The quarterback position is the move that's made, most of the time. And let's just hope that it works out for everybody involved, because I hate seeing young guys thrown in too soon, and not having success early And now they've got to face a whole nother battle of people wondering, are they the guy, or can they the savior? Are they a bust? Like, when they're just getting thrown in, to me, too early and not quite ready for what the NFL has in store.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.